Well, hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I am back today to finish the other half of our big SpongeBob video. So if you remember, a couple weeks ago I made a SpongeBob video with most of these boxes, and I opened a lot of the packs, and I said, as soon as this one gets here, I was waiting for this to arrive. I said, as soon as this gets here, I'm going to make the rest of this video. We're going to open everything. You're going to see all these cards. It's going to be amazing, right? And then stuff happened. I forgot to do that. So, and now we're here today. But we're doing it now. Like I said, I promised, and we are going to do it. It's happening right now. We're going to open this whole box today. We'll do that box last, though. But first, we'll go through these and open the rest of them. So we've got all three of the Kawaii SpongeBob releases. That's these boxes here. This was the first one, this is the second, and that's the third one down there. They're pretty good sets. They're like what we call a dojin or a like a bootleg set of SpongeBob cards. They're not officially licensed, but they are pretty high quality cards, and there are some like really cool kind of gimmick cards in there. So I have enjoyed these, and I think you'll like what you see from these boxes. And then over here, these are the officially licensed Kayou cards. So this is set 2. We opened set 1 in the previous video. I'll link to it so you can go watch those cards as well. I don't have any more set 1 here, so set 2 is all I have. Although I think I have some I could give away, but yeah, that's what I have. And then this is actually set. Technically it's like set 3, but they're also sort of starting it over again. So this is some new named set, and we'll talk about kind of the differences and sort of what's going on there when we look at the flyer and things. But I think what we'll do is let's open the Kawaii cards first, get those sort of done, and then we can look at the flyers and things for the Kawaii, for the for the Kayou cards, and learn some more about those. Okay, so here is SpongeBob. So we should, I think if I did this right, I should have like exactly 4 packs from each of these boxes left. 4, which will give us like 12 packs to look at. Kawaii packs. Oh, those 2 names are going to confuse me today for quite a bit. Yeah, we've got them here. So there's 4 packs of set 3, 4 packs of set 2, and 4 packs of set 1. So we'll go through and, like I said, we'll open up these first and kind of see what they're all about, and then we'll take a look at the set 2 Kayou packs that I have remaining. I think there's 4 packs left in that, and then we can move on to the new box, and we'll go through that whole box together. So yeah, like I said, here is sort of what you're getting from Kawaii. The cards are nice. They're like thick, nice thick card stock, really cool treatments. These ones have sort of the comic book images on them. So this is the SSR series, and this is a SpongeBob comic book. That's what that image is. It's not original art or anything like that. And then this is one of the character cards. A CR there of Gary. Looking good. Almost looks, hand-drawn or like a sketch. It's not a sketch card, but it does kind of look like one. Someone had asked me if I knew of any SpongeBob sketch cards, and I think there are some in the like original top set that came out like 20 years ago or something, but that set is very expensive, and I don't actually know that it had sketch cards in it for sure. I just don't know. But I've seen some like cards where Tom Kenny has signed the card, right? And those can be worth $500 or more, right? So yeah. Just keep going here. So yeah, you know me, and I love my comic book cards, so these comics here are just great. Absolutely love them. I honestly didn't know that there were comics for SpongeBob. I mean, of course there are. There's comics for everything, but yeah, Yeah, I really didn't know that, and then kind of found out. That's a nice looking one, right? It's kind of like SpongeBob and his not his friends; those are like his anti-friends. But uh, but yeah, SpongeBob, because yeah, like Squidward, he's always fighting with, and Mr. Krabs is like his boss. So those aren't exactly his friends. Okay, here's our last pack of set one then. Another very cool comic there. And then a plankton. All right, there's an SSR of Squidward. So we're moving now into set 2 from Kawaii. So the cards are going to change their design a little bit. So in set 1, the SSRs were these comic book cards that we saw. But then in set 2, the SSRs are going to be character cards like this. And then the CRs were these kind of close-ups like you saw here in set 1. But in set 2, the CRs are going to be costumes cards like that. So the characters are kind of in, I don't know, Halloween costumes, sort of. Or dressed up, at least. Looks like we got a puzzle piece. So all of the Kawaii sets come with 9-piece puzzles like this. And this is, what is this? Well, this is either the left, the right edge, the bottom, or the top middle. I don't know. But it's part of a 9-piece puzzle, and you would need, you know, all 9 to see it. That's not a great piece. I like that the Kayou sets don't do that. Kayou does panels instead of puzzles, which I like a lot more. There's an SSR there of Patrick. This one's kind of cool. So this is a CR, Patrick as a ghost. Kind of cool. So you got SpongeBob in his vampire costume, and then Patrick, not really dressed up as a ghost, but Patrick literally is a ghost in that one. Here's an SSR of Mr. Krabs with his favorite thing in the world, money. And then a CR of Pirate SpongeBob. Oops. Yep. And then we'll open 4 packs from the latest set. So this is from set 3 of Kawaii. And I'll link a place where you can get these, assuming you still can. I'm not super sure. Things are, like, we've been talking about this in a few videos, but things are weird right now in the world of sort of international trade for reasons. And the not great reasons, but I guess people have their reasons for doing what they're doing. So that the world is in chaos, and we're trying to deal with it. But yeah, right now it's a little tricky to get shipments and things, and even like figure out what is possible, right? Like nobody wants to put something on a boat and then a week later find out that the US isn't going to accept it or is going to charge $100 more or something, right? Like it's a difficult time right now because of the uncertainty. And so I haven't been able to do any orders. I don't have any new cards coming in. I have some friends helping me out, like the trading card collector is sending me some of his product. And I was thinking of reaching out to Anime Explosion and trying to get some product from them. And then there's a couple Kickstarters that it completed. But then those Kickstarters were run by people in Canada. And so it's like just as difficult for them right now. So yeah, things are weird. We're trying. But I still have plenty of products here to look at. I think it's actually kind of a maybe like a positive thing for me in a way, because I get a chance to sort of catch up with a lot of old product that I've had here for a long time. and never looked at. There's a nice sandy squirrel. That's a good one. CR there, Sandy. But yeah, that's that's what that is. Um, yeah, I've got some pretty interesting things I'm planning. I know I've been talking about this for ever and ever and ever and ever, but I am thinking of finally starting my own little like eBay sales. It's not going to be like a lot or anything, but I was planning to. I basically have like them trying to choose a set of cards to start with. And then I was going to make a video about those cards and sort of explain what each one and what set it came from. And then, show you the listings and how you can bid on them is kind of the idea. But again, we'll see. I have not actually done it yet. So I have the cards picked out over there, but it's a lot of, I don't know, it's a lot to take on. So I just haven't done it yet. Here's our last Kawaii pack. Probably the last one. I don't know. I feel like Kawaii will make more. They have made so many of these already. The trick is that now that Kayou is making these sets, so when Kawaii started making these sets, Kayou didn't have the license. No one did, right? And in China, if nobody has the license, that kind of like effectively means that everyone has the license in a way. And so everyone was able to make SpongeBob cards, but then as soon as Kayou, a Chinese company, got the license, they can now start enforcing that inside China, right? Because they're a Chinese company. And so they can start, taking enforcement action against Kawaii and saying, don't make more SpongeBob sets. We have the license, right? And Chinese courts will actually like enforce that rule, right? They won't enforce that if a US company tries it. Or any Western company, but if a Chinese company does, they will actually enforce the law there, and so that might be a reason we don't see more Kawaii cards, which would be sad because they are quite nice. Not too sad though, because I'll show you the Kayou cards are also very nice, and have this like odd secondary market action going on. Like they are high value cards in the secondary market. Let me leave a few of these on the table here just to kind of show what, yeah, there's some good ones. We'll leave those four down just to show what they look like. Yeah, when we start pulling Kayou cards, I'll look them up for you, but they do tend to go for honestly like quite a lot of money. So yeah. All right, so here we go with our set 2 packs. We're going to open these 4 packs first, and then we'll open up that new box. And like I said, we're going to go through that whole new box. So we'll be completely done with with SpongeBob by the end of this episode. There won't be any more here in the archives, other than the giveaway. But I think there's like a couple giveaway boxes of SpongeBob that I have. Which we're like we're running a giveaway right now actually, but it's a sort of a weird special My Little Pony giveaway, only for My Little Pony cards. Still very popular giveaway, and that one is running right now, and will end on this weekend. We're also very close now to the next big giveaway, like the next proper one, because that one will happen at 1,776. It'll be sort of our freedom giveaway, because I mean, if you know like U.S. history, that is like the year that the Revolutionary War ended or something. I don't know. I'm Canadian, so I don't actually know your history. Sorry, I know you're not a U.S. here, but yeah, I don't know the U.S. history as well. So yeah, I don't actually know, but I think that's when it started or ended or something. So I thought it would be an interesting a number to have a giveaway on. I like, if you know me, I like numerology, right? Like I like, different numbers and what do they mean? What do they mean to different cultures? All that kind of stuff, right? It's just fascinating to me. Not from like any kind of like kooky perspective or anything. I'm not like new agey or anything. It's more that I just think it's, it's fascinating to me, for example, that because of the cultural and religious history of Christianity, right? And the way the Bible says the mark of the beast is 666 in Revelation, right? So this number 666 has become this like really sinister thing, to the point where in America there were like, bans against writing that number down during the 60s, right? When things got crazy like that actually literally happened, not nationwide, but in particular counties and country parts of the country, right? At the exact same time, like you have this 2,000-year history of the number 666 being like evil, right? And literally like half of the world believing that, right? Like you go down the street in America and ask someone, "Hey, is the number 666 good?" And they're all going to be like, "No, that's not a good number," even if they're not religious, like they know, right? Because it's built into the culture. Then you go to China and just walk down the street and you're going to see the number 666 on literally every single storefront. Like every shop is going to have it in huge like neon letters. They're going to be like, it's flashing. They're so proud of it. And the reason is because it means smooth sailing there, right? It means like, things are going well, and you're going to have prosperity, right? Because the character for six sort of means that. So that to me is just fascinating. Like the idea that you have this number, right? Like it's just a number. It's not even a word. It's a number. Six, right? And because you wrote it 3 times, it became evil, or it became a sign of prosperity, right? Like I love that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's why I picked numbers like 1,776 for my giveaways, or you know 888 or something, right? Because I like that sort of thing. Sorry, I felt like I needed to over explain that one because the freedom thing could have other implications given what's going on, and like that's not that wasn't the point. I picked it before any of this happened, so it's not my fault. Stop blaming me. Yeah, but we're close to that. We're honestly like pretty close. So I've been talking too much about these, but like these are the Kayou cards, and the SSRs here, the top pulls so far. These kind of iridescent PET cards are my favorites, but they come in every single pack, so they're not actually that rare. Um, and then the rest of these are pretty low hits, SRs, Rs, and then the face cards. Although I love these face cards. If you've ever won one of my giveaways, you know that I signed one of these and put it in the box. Ooh, we got an SLR. Oh, we got a Sandy SLR. That's pretty nice. Alicia's gonna love this. Sorry. I know someone who will love that. There is a Sandy Cheeks Ride the Wave. That's really, really nice. Poof, I'll get a top loader for that later. I don't have any right here, right now. I know it seems weird to sleeve these rares, but this set has just the weirdest pricing, so I kind of got into that habit. I'll try to stop doing that, so I only sleeve them afterwards when we get into that box. This box, it's too late. We only have one pack left anyway. That's a cool one. Off the record. SpongeBob on vacation there. SSR. And then our face is Mr. Krabs. And Patty Perfection on rare. Okay. Yeah, so let's clear this table again. And then we will leave Sandy. We'll leave that. And then we can leave Summer in the Sea. The rest of these we will clear for now. That's like been our top pull by far. I can go look up the price of that. Um, yeah, let me set up the flyer for this box. This is what we're going to be doing next. And I'll come right back, and then I'll also look up the price for this card, so I'll be able to tell you kind of what that might be worth. I'll be right back. And I am back. I'm just gonna go show you what I was looking at because it's wild. It is wild. Here we go. Yeah, so this is eBay. I'm just kind of comping things here. And yeah, so you can see that some people have PSA graded them, and then they're trying to sell those at $60, which I mean, for a Gem Mint 10, that's not a terrible price. I mean, it would have cost them about $40 to get that graded, so I kind of get it. But at the same time, you've got this is a vendor from China, and this vendor is selling, so if you go into this listing, you can pick any of the cards in there, and the Sandy Cheeks, they're selling it for like $5. So I think it's about a $5 card. This vendor here is probably has them listed too. Let's see here. SLR. So for the SLRs, they're saying $65 each. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. But yeah, anyway, that kind of gives you sort of an idea. It's somewhere between about $4 and about $60. There's a big spread. Anyway, here's the flyer for the next set. And I kind of wanted to show you this because this vendor, My Boutique Card Store, this is where I bought these from. I have to say, like, they like the last two orders I did with My Boutique had problems. Like both orders were just missing something. And I got refunds and everything, but it's weird to get like multiple orders in a row with problems. So I'm starting to think like maybe I should stop ordering from them. I don't know. If you know a better vendor, let me know. But yeah, I, I'll try. I'll try one more time because they have stuff that no one else does, and so like I kind of have to order from them. But at the same time, like I'm starting to get a little worried that they're gonna just like stop shipping things entirely and just send me an empty package or something. But they have all three, and so you can see here that the first box and the second box are these smaller boxes. So if you remember when I was holding it in my hand, it's much smaller than this third edition box in physical size. It also has less packs in it. So these small boxes have 10 packs each in them, and they cost $20. Now, this bigger box is what I would call a proper 10 yuan box design. It's the first proper 10 yuan box design we've gotten from Kayou in the SpongeBob lineup. So I kind of feel like these were sort of like trial products that they made when they weren't quite sure, and that now they're like, oh, okay, we can make money from SpongeBob. We're going to make a lot of SpongeBob. So I think we're about to get sort of drowned in SpongeBob stuff. That's what that's me just predicting. I don't know for sure, but just from what I see here, I'm guessing they're going to invest into SpongeBob the same way they have My Little Pony, and so we're probably going to get like a lot of it, which is fine. I mean, it's a great product. Well, I haven't looked at the third one yet, but I assume it'll be a good product. But here's the flyer. We can go through that. You see that they're kind of resetting. They're calling this the first edition, and they have another new odds system. It's a little different than all the other odds systems. It seems a little bit better in that, like you've got here you've got like UR, AR, OR, and BP are all in one pack config, but there's 13 in the box, right? So you get like 13 chances at a BP. Like that's a pretty good number of chances. And then the other 5 will cap out at SCR, basically. And so that's kind of your odds distribution here. And then your OR and BP we'll look at. But this AR here kind of look like they're these sort of sideways cards like this with extreme sports on them. These are the BPs. The BPs are these paintings with kind of claymation style look to them. They look awesome. I really like this. And then the ORs here are similar to the ORs from the first release. I don't know if you remember those, but I actually have one. I have a Mr. Krabs OR from the initial release, and they look just like this. So those look similar to me. There's another one, and then you've got the URs here, which look kind of crazy. They look sort of like movie posters, maybe. I don't know, but like fake movie posters. Then you've got a different UR style here, which is going to have character art, and then some sort of like a map piece or something on the back. I'm not actually sure. Here, let me pause and translate that just so that we can kind of understand what that is. I'll be right back. All right, yeah, and I am back. And so these posters up here are movie posters, but they're movie posters for the plot lines of the original episodes in season one. At least that's kind of what my reading of that translation. And then this one's just showing that there's some really fine gold stamping on the back, which is cool. And then this part here with this map is showing you that the backs of the URs sort of tell the story of Patrick and SpongeBob going on a pirate adventure to find some treasure. And so each of the backs has one panel from kind of a mini comic that takes place on this this map here. So we'll be able to build that as we go. And so here you can kind of see the full listing of the set. There's information about the boxes, the cost, and then here's the actual set list. So there's 40 rares, 27 FRs, 36 SR, 41 HR, and so on all the way up to 6 BPs. And then below that, this is the flyer actually for the earlier set. Okay, so yeah, let's get it opened up then and see what we can get. But like I said, this will be our sort of first full-sized SpongeBob release, because those other Kayou sets were mini boxes. They were cheaper and smaller, right? Whereas this one is a full-size release. Okay, and oh, we got a flyer. That's cool. Yeah, Kayou had started putting flyers like that into SpongeBob, and I love seeing it. Those can be kind of the hardest thing to find later on. Okay, just making sure I got them all. It feels like a lot of packs, but I guess it is like a bigger box, so it literally is more packs. But there is 5, 10, 15, and then 16, 17, 18. Yeah, so we got 18 packs. And then this is just kind of like a mini flyer, but Kayou has started to put these into some of their sets, and it's been great to see. So there you can see the 6 BPs, the ORs, the ARs. There's the UR, SCR, SLR, SSR, and oh, we keep the face cards coming. That's great. I love it. Okay, awesome. So that's great to have and to see again. Then let's crack a pack here and see what the cards are like. So here's the back of the pack. A lot of information on here. It's sort of a way to know that it's licensed, right? Like licensed products will have a lot of sort of legalese details on the back like that, that will be missing from unlicensed products. Here is a face. Sorry, so I won't be sleeving rares and probably SRs, but I will sleeve anything above that. And so here's an AR. So we like immediately pulled the sort of top card from the flyer, although the ARs are not the top rarity. Remember, these aren't the top rarities. They just happen to be top on the flyer. But gosh, they look great, huh? So there you have SpongeBob as a snowboarder. And then here's an SR. And are they flip? Oh my gosh, they're flips. Oh, this is great. Okay, so yeah, HR is a rarity level that Kayou usually uses for 3D cards like this. Oh, and it's got a Texas on the back. Oh, that's all. I love it. Okay, this is really cool. So there's Sandy Squirrel, of course. Sandy Cheeks is from Texas, and that's why it has Texas on the back. But yeah, they used to put these in their Transformers set. They put them in the Miku sets. My Little Pony used to have them. They're awesome, and that's what some of my favorite cards that Kayou makes are the 3D lenticular cards like that. So knowing they're in SpongeBob, I'm pretty excited for it. Like those are gonna be, those are good. I like that. Let's go right here. And yeah, this rare. Again, we won't be sleeving the rares and things. Man, that Mrs. Puff is, gosh, it's the colors in the rings that are getting me. The way they those colors look really good. Some very good looking colors there. Okay. Here's another Patrick. And then a Sandy Cheeks. And his, oh, Patrick with his underpants. Oh, I can't get that flip to work. Close enough. Cool. I like these. I generally tend to like lenticular cards, and I like those. Those are good. I like those. Good lenticulars there. Okay, we got another rare. Oh man, okay, we got an OR here. We're gonna have to. Oof, that's my second OR. Okay. Yeah, so these are like not BPs, right? BP would be a little better, but this is kind of the top card other than that. I believe it's teaching you how to make a drink is what's happening there. Awesome card. Okay. I'll top load that later because that needs to be in a top loader. That card probably is worth more than the box. By probably, I mean definitely. Like the other OR had, I think, was worth like $40 or $50. Of course, you know, until you actually sell, it doesn't really matter. But it's still it's interesting to think about, right, and to talk about it. It helps you kind of understand the markets and like figure out what you should buy or maybe what you shouldn't buy. Here's an SLR. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's SLR. So that's another kind of top end hit. You see it has a really cool kind of star texture here. Yeah, that's Daydreamer. SLR. And then we have SpongeBob again. Less than 25 cents. We gotta speed up a little bit. Sorry, I just realized this video is pretty short, pretty long. Sorry, it's getting long. Gosh, I feel like we're pulling a ton of hits here, right? I mean, this is now an SCR. It's a cake roll. Oh, that's a lot. So it's like the baking instructions for it. That's a lot of work. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. You know what? I have enough trouble like reheating a pizza in the microwave. I don't think I'm gonna be baking a cake roll. Squidward. Love it. Keep moving here. Here's an SSR. Patrick Star. A SpongeBob face. And I love my face cards, so that's great. Here's an SR. It's interesting. The SRs actually have unique backs as well. The HRs do too. Because you remember, Sandy's had Texas on the back, right? But it says help wanted. Okay, a rare and a rare. And another SLR. This time, Big Dream. Patrick's Big Dream. Actually, I'm going to move this SLR up here. There's a Patrick Star. Blowing a bubble. Arg! Like they really captured the look of the cards well there, I think. We haven't pulled a UR yet, because I was gonna say the URs are the ones that are supposed to have that like map on the back, but I guess we haven't pulled one yet. So I have not seen one of those. Mr. Krabs dressed as a spider for Halloween. There is Patrick on the face. Patrick. Bikini bottom, and then oh, he's shaving. Hooky, okay, he's gonna shave. Okay, we're not sleeving those. Oh, we got a Gary the Snail SLR. That's what, my third SLR? Yeah, that's my third. There is Gary. Home Sweet Pineapple. But Patrick lives in a rock. He doesn't live in a pineapple. SpongeBob is the one who lives in it. Because if you know the song, which I'm just remembering I had promised I would sing. Someone's probably out there like, he hasn't sang the song yet. I feel ripped off. Well, sir, sit yourself down, because here it comes. Whoa, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't do that. Oh, I'm gonna get my channel banned. Like that's probably enough. Like that's enough to get banned. I don't know. I don't know. There's more to the song than that. Wait, I really don't want to risk it. Sorry. Of course, I don't even know. Does Nickelodeon exist? I think they went out of business or something. Aw, this one's really cute. It's like a Gary and Snelly. That one. That's a cute card. Like if I was still doing like Valentine's type things, that would be like a good Valentine card, I think. I don't do that anymore. We're gonna go for Valentine's Day. We're gonna go see Paddington in Peru, which is I think the only new movie coming out on Valentine's Day. Those movies are cute. I've seen all three, and they're cute movies. I remember Paddington when I was a kid too. So we're not sleeving the rares. We are sleeving the SSRs. Paddington was like a big fixture in England, and I grew up in Canada, and so we got all the British stuff we also got, right? And so we got a lot of Paddington things. And so I had like a Paddington bear when I was growing up, and I had all the books. I knew about Marmalade and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so I know about all that. So we're going to go see that. Oh, we got one of the URs. Awesome. Okay. I almost say, like, because the way these are sort of hyped up on the flyer, I almost think they might end up being worth more. They're certainly more rare. Like the SLRs are way more common than this. But there's the UR, Beware of Hooks. So that is like one of the episodes. I remember the Beware of Hooks, and then they like Patrick got himself attached to one and got pulled up. Because they live in the ocean, right? And so people are fishing for them is kind of the idea. That's why they're afraid of hooks. In case that wasn't clear. I don't know. That was probably clear to everybody. I love that even though they're resetting the set number, like they gave it a new set number, I love that they carried over the designs. Like the SLR design, there's different ones, but they're the same ones too. And then the faces are the same. And so it really feels like a cohesive set, right? And it's the kind of set where you would have had to have started collecting this way, way back at the very beginning in order to kind of have everything. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is the other kind. So there's two types of URs. Remember, it said there's that type of UR with the movie posters, and then there's this type of UR with really fine gold stamping, which I now understand what they were talking about. Because man, that card looks amazing. And then on the back, it's going to show you kind of the adventure. So this is day 9 of their adventure. And so you can kind of see where they are trying to get and on the island, basically. Man, that is a beautiful card. I don't even know. It looks like if you've ever, this is a weird thing. If you've ever taken like a piece of safety glass, like thick glass, and broken it, no one's done this. I don't know why I've done this. I've done weird things. It'll shatter, right? And but it won't break apart because it's safety glass, right? It's all glued together. That's what this reminds me of. It looks like shattered safety glass and the way that refracts light. Somebody must have done that. I don't know. Why would I have done that? I see, when I was growing up, I worked a lot of like weird jobs to earn money, like basically as a teenager. Mowing lawns, helping people move things, washing dishes, like whatever it was. Like I just worked whatever job I could to earn money, right? As a kid. And so in that, you do a lot of weird stuff, right? Like all of my chances to play with dry ice come from working strange jobs. Because they'll like use the dry ice to ship something, and then you like have dry ice. And when you're a teenager, you do stupid things with dry ice. Or at least I did. Maybe not all. Not everybody's probably like me, but I'm sure most people were. Jellyfishing. 3 more packs here. It's been fun. I'm gonna admit I was feeling a little down at the beginning of the video. I hope that didn't come through too much. I try to keep the videos light and everything, just sort of like even things out. But yeah, I was feeling a little down, and I guess opening SpongeBob cards can turn things around and make you feel a little better. Another one, Hooked on You. I guess all of these are sort of Valentine's Day. I hadn't realized that. There's a Patrick. And then another SpongeBob Patrick here. And we've got 2 more. Oh, guess who ran out of sleeves again? I did. I'm also still out of top loaders. I didn't put an order in for more yet. I'm gonna end up having to drive to like a store and get them because it's like no one has them. I guess I haven't looked on Amazon this week, but like last week, even Amazon just didn't have any. They were just like, well, you can order them, but they probably will never arrive. It was like literally what it said, right? Like not in those words, but it was basically like, we don't know when this will ship. You can order it, but we have no idea when it's gonna ship. I don't know is it because of Pokemon? Is that why? It's probably just the general, like, it's probably the general chaos in ports that are stopped. And like, for some reason, top loaders just happen to be the thing that no one had stocked and now they can't. And so now everyone's out. There's probably like billions of them sitting in warehouses in Vietnam or somewhere, and then they just can't get it anywhere else. Gosh, I hope everything gets. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. And well, whatever happens, I just hope things stabilize a little bit so that we can like get back to having kind of normal trade and normal like interactions with the world again, and not this constant just like wake up every day and are we gonna be able to ship things today? No. Okay, maybe tomorrow. It's such a strange way to live right now, and I just don't understand what the point of any of it is. But that is uh, that is not a question for me to answer. I answer questions about trading cards, and we got some cool ones here today. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I again, it always feels good when you read the back of those boxes, and it's like, okay, well, 5 of the cards are gonna be, the high cards, and the rest are gonna be low, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get 5 hits. But then as you're opening the box, you feel like you got more, right? Like I do. I feel like I got more. I didn't actually count, but I kind of think I got like 5 SLRs and the AR, and I get like an OR too. Yeah, I got like an OR as well, which I guess we should look that up because that might be worth more. Like we saw the SLRs might be worth like $60. Who knows, right? Uh, let's check out what an OR is worth. I know it's like a 50-minute video. I'll be right back. This won't take too long. Yeah, it's a very similar situation. There's graded and non-graded, and then it goes, anyway. They tend to be at the low end about $15. Like that was the lowest listing, whereas with the SLRs, the lowest listing was like $5. So at least these have a floor a little bit higher. But then they don't go much higher than that. Like their peaks are, $50, $60. I didn't see any of these for like 100. And then there's quite a few for sale. Like again, there's people who have all of them, and you can just pick one or get the complete set. So it's not too hard to get. But still, awesome cards. Although personally, I think these SLRs with Patrick are just kind of the best ones. I mean, they have such great art on them, and then such a unique refraction texture that really works well with the card. Kind of makes it look like almost like he's in an actual dream, right? It's a kind of a cool effect. I like it. Okay, enough talking about SpongeBob cards. We probably won't talk about them for a while, at least not until Kayou makes more. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed seeing these. I'll give you links to where you can get all of these. And if you have any questions about them, let me know. I'm always happy to answer questions if I can. Yeah, but with that, we will end the video there. And I hope you have a great rest of your week and a good weekend. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. We're going to do the drawing for the giveaway on Sunday, so it should be exciting. But yeah, for now, I'll say goodbye. Bye-bye, everybody.